Hey, how's it going, family? It's Don here from Peggy and Don, coming to you from the pantry. I'm looking at what we got and I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. We've come a long way since we started, but we're still building up on it.
Take me in your arms, do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you, and I'll always be around.
Peggy and I work on this as a team. Peggy is in charge of selecting the foods that we're going to store, things that we eat and things that last a long time. And she does the meal planning. So my job is to make sure that I keep the pantry in order, which means making sure these shelves are strong, do the pest control, make sure the power is good, and make sure, keep the dust out and that kind of thing. And so trying to strengthen up this pantry, we got a bunch of tips. I read every tip that we get. I read every tip. I pay particular attention to the tips that involve making sure I protect what we have. And so one tip made me notice something. Now, I really like this all metal shelving, but it's not really all metal. The sides and the cross beams are metal. But the shelving is this pretty thin board here. And because of the amount of space, it can really bend in the middle. So my goal today is, after getting a tip, is to strengthen this. So my plan is to go to Home Depot. My plan is to go to Home Depot and get some 2x4s to go under the shelving to kind of prop it up. And you'll see what I mean as the video goes on. So I'm going to head to Home Depot and grab some 2x4s after I make a few measurements, and I'll see what comes out. I know I'm supposed to be here for a purpose, but I keep getting distracted by the Halloween decorations. Love them. Come on, Donald, stay focused, stay focused. All right, fam, I finally made it to the lumber yard. I found some 2x4s here, about 8-foot sections, about 526 each. So I figure I need 20-inch sections, about 8 of them, so that's 160 inches. So I'm gonna need 2 of these. 2 of these at 526 with my military discount should be less than $10 after taxes. And I'm gonna feel a lot better about my pantry, so it's worth it. Now I just gotta get these things cut. I could cut them myself, but hey, since they offer the service, I'm gonna let Home Depot do it. All right, so I'm back with my 20-inch 2x4 studs, and just like I calculated, when you lay 2 of them on top of each other, it is almost the exact right height I need. Let me grab the shelving board provided by the shelving. And see that? Now it can't bend no further through the middle, which would be the weak point on this shelf. And now my plan is to provide additional bracing to the top shelf by putting one of these right on top of it. So here's a better angle. You want to make sure your bracing stud is directly above your foundation studs under the shelving. Place it directly above, close to the middle hopefully. And now your first 2 shelves are extremely strong. I feel way better about this. And now I can load the shelves back up. All right, fam, what's up? I gotta go ahead and take this stuff down to the general store in the basement here. But I'm gonna show you what Peggy did. So we got the little white buckets from Walmart, the food grade buckets from Walmart. And Peggy put the label from the item that we put in there. So when she put flour in this top bucket right here, she pulled that label off and taped it to the front. And then on the top, she put the best buy dates on it. That makes my job a lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead, we got the self-rising flour over here, the long grain rice, the all-purpose flour, and these sealed food grade containers. I don't know how big each one is. Gotta be a little more than a gallon, but that is pretty good. I'm going to take these down to the basement right now. So I moved our new containers of dry goods to the bottom shelf. Absolutely no flex whatsoever. I am very happy with the way this turned out. And so as a matter of fact, these condiments are less important than the canned goods. I'm gonna move those over to where the canned goods are, bring those canned goods down here. That way all my heaviest items are on the first two shelves. Well, just get started. So what I'm trying to do here is make sure that if the canned goods were on the top and I move them to a new shelf, they stay on the top. If they were on the back, I want to make sure I move them to the back. I'm trying to keep the little first in, first out storing method going. The Army has messed me up with this dress right dress thing. I got to make sure everything looks as neat as possible. I decided I'm gonna go ahead and put the sugar down here with the rest of the dry goods. If I can find space for it. So in the last video, I had the red pickle buckets that we got from Firehouse Subs. They're great buckets, but we thought we had gotten rid of the pickle smell. And when it was time to transfer the dry goods to them, the pickle smell was still there. So then we decided to go to the Walmart bakery and get these $1 buckets. They're working out great. So now I'm gonna do the same for this side of the pantry. I'm gonna move these water jugs to a pallet. We're gonna get a pallet and put it in the corner, probably in our upcoming video, and get a lot more water because a lot of people are telling us this is not gonna be enough water. We wasn't planning on stopping at this. We was gonna double it, but they said we gotta multiply this by about 5. So we're gonna get a pallet for that so we can have all the water in one area. And I'll be moving some of our rest of our dry goods and more canned goods to these bottom 2 shelves. And then I think I would have done my part. I think Peggy's gonna be happy to see this. So let me go ahead and get the braces in there. I think I'm gonna make this a little more solid. I'm gonna go up and get a hammer and some nails and make sure that doesn't slide around. It took a lot of effort, but hey, it can still slide around in case somebody bump it. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some nails and nail the top shelf through the top and nail in, little toe tacking in through the bottom right here. That's done. Now I'm sure there's some expert carpentry men or carpentry ladies out there who have plenty of suggestions how I could have done that better or a little sturdier. Please put it in the comments. I want the people who watch this video to get the best idea on how to do it. This is how I figured it out, and I'm pretty happy with it. I feel very confident that these 2 shelves are going to last me through the winter and through next year. Yep, feel pretty good about it. So that's about all I have for today. Hey guys, go out there and make sure you stay prepared. And from Peggy and myself, get out there and do something good for yourself and for others. Y'all take it easy.